The child of the prophecy was the child who would either save the world or ruin it. When Minato Namikaze sealed the Kyubi, he was informed of a prophecy. A prophecy that was misunderstood. This caused him and everyone around to favor the two daughters of the Hokage. Always neglecting the eldest son, the one with the Kyubi soul. Having enough of his treatment, Naruto trains, acts, also he could make it back to the beautiful women he once saw in his dream. NarutoxKaguya. The night where it all started. It was a sad night. October 10th was the day that the Kyubi was released. A giant fox made out of chakra seeked the destruction of Konohagakure. It all started when the wife of the fourth Hokage was giving birth. During the delivery, Kushina Uzumaki was weakened and the seal that kept the fox inside of her was weak. This is what caused the masked man, who introduced himself as Madara Uchiha, to hold one of the newly born children hostage in an attempt to pull the fox from the seal. Masked man, get away from the Jinchuriki fourth Hokage, the man said while holding the oldest of the children. After becoming impatient, the masked man made his move. He threw the little boy up into the air, forcing Minato to grab him. Using his speed, the Hokage grabbed the other two children and left using his signature yellow flash. Placing the children onto a seal, he heard the loud cry of the giant rampaging fox. Minato, I'm sorry my children, but this must be done. Teleporting back, Minato went to fight the masked man. Skip same as canon, Minato uses Rasengan and Flying Thunder God to win the fight. Once again back to his duty, Minato quickly went towards the giant fox before forming the hand seals of a special jutsu. One of the ultimate sealing jutsu in the nations. The Reaper Death Seal. I'm sorry my children, I hope you will be seen as heroes. Right before he could finish the jutsu. Somebody came next to him, putting a hand on Minato's shoulder. Third Hokage. It is not yet your time Minato. My only wish is that all of the children are treated equally. Minato. Thank you Hiruzen. The third Hokage went through the seals and asked the Reaper to put the chakra of the beast into the two girls and the souls into the one boy. Hiruzen. I'm sorry little Naruto but I will try to make it up to you by imparting my knowledge into you. I know what will probably happen due to the villagers' fear, but I hope it will not be the case. Anyway my time is up, I hope you can find someone or something that will make you happy in the sad world you will be living in. Good luck. Hiruzen put the message into Naruto's brain before he slowly died. After checking his wife, Minato came back to his three kids. Naruto, Mito, and Narumi were their names. I will make sure all of you get treated with the respect you deserve for keeping that monster away. Time passed and one thing was sure, Minato Namikaze did not keep that promise he made. Naruto's neglect. 3 years later. Minato, Mito, Narumi, let's go on a picnic together with your mom to celebrate both of your birthdays. Mito and Narumi. Okay daddy. Everything seemed good in the Namikaze household. All except for the forgotten Naruto who could only watch his family from afar. His lonely eyes followed his family until they were out of sight. Naruto. It's my birthday too. He said with tears falling from his eyes. Sighing and wiping his tears away, he started walking to his favorite place in the village. Gucci, happy birthday Naruto. What would you like to get today? Naruto. Hey Gigi. I was wondering, do you know why everyone in the village doesn't like me? Gucci. I'm sorry Naruto, I am not allowed to say. But trust me when I say that if anyone was able to know you personally, then they would definitely love being with you. Naruto. Alright, thanks for trying. Walking away, Naruto started going around the village. Getting near an alleyway, Naruto felt something whiz by him. Looking at where the thing went he saw a kunai inside of the wall right next to him. Looking back he saw many people walking up to him. Crowd. Get the demon. Murderer. You killed my family you evil demon. I'm going to finish what the third started. Naruto being the scared little 3-year-old was not able to run away before all the people were already beating him. Only after 1 hour did all of the people give up. They all walked away leaving the barely moving Naruto to try and walk home. Slowly moving his bruised body back to the Namikaze estate he walked inside to see his family already talking at the table along with another old man who had white long hair. Minato. Are you sure Jiraiya? The prophecy might be Naruto. Jiraiya. That's impossible Minato, it's one of your children and Naruto doesn't have the Kyubi chakra. Minato. But it doesn't feel right to ignore Naruto and only train the other two. Jiraiya. But we have to make sure Naruto is weak. Otherwise the Kyubi soul might take over in order to hurt us. Minato. Okay Jiraiya, but know that I still don't like this. Naruto who heard the entire conversation finally understood. The reason his family likes his two sisters more, the reason he is not accepted in any place in the village, the beating he received earlier. So they all hate me because I am the nine-tailed fox. Naruto thought to himself. You? You think you're the nine-tailed fox? Don't make me laugh. Naruto. Who said that? Feeling his brain go dizzy Naruto felt him being pulled into his mindscape. When he arrived, Naruto saw a giant orange fox behind iron bars. "Are the nine-tailed fox?" "Yes, I am. But I though my father killed you. I'm too lazy for this. Go to the crystal behind you and it will explain it all." Going to the crystal and touching it, Naruto got all of the third Hokage's knowledge. "Treat all of us equally, huh?" When Naruto got all of the third Hokage's memories, this naturally came with the night of the Kyubi attack and was able to understand what happened. "If they don't want to train me then I will do it by myself with Hokage Jiji's memories. I'm here too for your training kit." "Kit? It is how us foxes call a young child." "Then thank you. I forgot to ask you what your name is." "My name is Kurama Kit. But if you like it then you can call me Dad." "Thanks, Dad." Falling asleep next to a giant fox, Naruto had the best night's sleep of his life. Even after getting brutally beat up, Naruto was able to find his first true friend. Naruto's growth. It has been 3 years since Naruto met Kurama, but Naruto just calls him Dad. Naruto and Kurama have grown even closer than before. Sadly, on the other hand, the Namikaze family has grown even further away from Naruto. Nowadays Naruto can be out of the house for weeks before the family could even notice. Naruto can still remember the day when he stopped seeing them as his family. Flashback 2 years ago. It was Naruto's birthday once again. Exactly 1 year after he had met Kurama and was slowly starting to think of Kurama as his only family. One night, Naruto was going out to relax watching the stars, but one of the civilians saw him. Proud. Get the demon. Naruto, who quickly saw what was happening, was able to run away using some of his newfound skills he got from the memories of the Hokage. Naruto was easily able to get away from the mob. The thing Naruto did not account for was the ninjas who were watching the mob. Seeing that Naruto could escape the civilians, the shinobi started attacking Naruto. Even though Naruto started training with Kurama and had the third seconds memories, Naruto was only a Chunin level, considering he was only 4 years old. The Jonin level shinobi quickly got to him and started beating him up while cursing him. All this happened while a shinobi with white long hair and one red Sharingan was watching him get beat up. This is what Naruto saw while he was getting beat. 1 hour later we can see the crowd leaving and Naruto getting up. Bruises and cuts from kunes littered his body. Slowly limping to the Namikaze household, Naruto slowly made his way inside. Walking in, Naruto sees his biological family all eating together. Seeing that Naruto walked in, Minato looked at him and saw all the markings he got from the mob. "Minato. Why do you have so many cuts and bruises?" "Naruto. The villagers beat me up." Kushina then slaps Naruto while Minato and her speak at the same time. "Minato, Kushina. Stop lying. The villagers are nothing but nice people. How dare you lie about them? You're grounded." Walking into his room, Naruto was silent. If not for the tears falling down his face you wouldn't have known about his sadness. "Naruto. I guess they really don't love me then." "It's fine, Kit. I'll be your family in their place." Naruto thanks Dad. Flashback over. It's been 2 years since then and Naruto is now 6 years of age. In these past years Naruto has grown in many things. He has learned all 5 chakra natures and many jutsu with them. He has also worked on chakra control and he can rival the control of Tsunade. With his control he has become very good at genjutsu and can make some that are almost impossible to escape from. His taijutsu is his worst so far, but with his chakra control, he copied the strength technique of Tsunade and can hit very hard. He can currently be considered to be low Kage level just due to his age. His only limiting factor is his chakra capacity, but as an Uzumaki it won't be a problem in the future. Naruto has recently started learning Fuinjootsu, I think that is spelled right, aka sealing, and has grown to level 5 being good in easy seals, but still not ready for the hard ones yet. Right now Naruto has been trying to recreate special bloodlines like wood release. He hasn't been able to get it yet, but he can feel it is close. Right now Naruto is currently wandering in the Forest of Death. This is Naruto's favorite place to be as nobody comes here. Walking into a cave to take cover from the rain, Naruto finds a scroll on the ground. Picking up the scroll, Naruto finds that it is a type of scroll he has never seen before. Opening up the scroll, Naruto's mind is pulled into his mindscape. "Naruto, Dad. What is going on?" No answer. He then hears a voice behind him. "I could answer that." He turns and sees a beautiful white-haired goddess. "My name is Kaguya Tsutsuki and I need your help." "My name is Kaguya Tsutsuki and I need your help." "Naruto. Kaguya. Why would someone like you need my help?" "Kaguya. What do you mean someone like me?" "Naruto. Well, you're first of all very beautiful and you seem very powerful." "Kaguya. You think I'm beautiful?" "Naruto. Yeah, you're like a beautiful goddess. The way your pale skin matches your beautiful hair is mesmerizing." Kaguya blushes. Cough cough, well, I thank you for your praise, but I really need your help. Naruto. What could I possibly help you with? Kaguya. I made a mistake, thinking that it would do good. I ate the Shinju tree. It gave me great power, but it made me go crazy. Naruto. But you seem normal to me. Kaguya. This is due to a bit of chakra I left here. In reality, I am completely crazy. This is why I am asking you for a favor. Naruto. What do I have to do? Kaguya. The me that is out there is trying to get the chakra of everything on the planet using a special genjutsu. She has a pawn to do most of the work. His name is Madara Uchiha. Naruto. Wait, you mean Madara Uchiha as in the guy who died to the first Hokage? Kaguya. Yes, it is the same person. He is planning on reviving himself and placing the genjutsu over the world. I will then kill and use the power of the tailed beasts to become the 10 tails and drain the chakra from the world. And I'm pretty sure this is right, but correct me if I'm wrong. Naruto. What do the tailed beasts have to do with him gaining the 10 tails? Kaguya. The tailed beast soul inside of you might have told you about its siblings. There are 9 different tailed beasts who are ranked based on the number of tails. Using a statue, the tailed beasts can be combined to make the 10 tails, which is much more powerful. Naruto. So what would you like me to do? Kaguya. I want you to let Madara do what he plans until I am revived. I am currently sealed in the moon. If you killed him now, my other seal would just find a new pawn and do it over. Therefore I want you to fight me when I come back and get rid of the dark side. From then on I will do anything for you. All I wanted was peace and my corruption couldn't let that happen. Naruto. I will do it. When I get rid of your corruption, the first thing I will do is propose and become your husband. Kaguya. Chuckle, okay then. When you save me, I will gladly become your wife. Now the remaining chakra of this seal is running out. But before that happens, let me help you. Before I was sealed, I had 2 sons. They were named Hagoromo and Himura. Himura had a child, but you don't have to worry about him yet. Anyway, Hagoromo had 2 children named Indra and Asura. They have long died but have constantly been reincarnated into different people. You are one of those people. Instead of having 2 different people with their chakra, I will make it so you have both. These will awaken when you become 15 years old. This will make you much more powerful, and hopefully you can save me. Naruto. Thank you, my goddess. Kaguya. Chuckle, no, thank you, my savior. Now it is time to say goodbye. I hope we can meet again once I'm no longer corrupted. As she said that, Naruto was pulled out of the space and was back in the cave. Naruto, whoa, that is a lot to take in. Looking around, Naruto was able to see that only a second passed by in the outside world while he was talking to Kaguya. Naruto. Dad, we are going to need to step up our training. Kurama. Okay, kid. It has been 2 years since then, and Naruto is now 8 years old. It is finally time for Naruto to start the academy. In these past years, Naruto has been training as hard as ever and can now be considered to be Hokage level. He has fully mastered Fuinjutsu and even recreated the Flying Thunder God. This new version of it deploys one large seal sequence, and within that sequence, he can teleport to any spot he chooses. The time it takes to make the seal depends on the size he wants. Naruto has also made a success with making his own bloodline releases. He figured out a new style that he calls chakra release. This makes it so he can control pure chakra when it is not connected to his body. He can also disrupt the chakra of another if he concentrates enough. Finally, his biggest advantage, due to him getting both chakras of Asura and Indra, he has unlocked a single Tomo Sharingan. This is because he has to build up for when he gets the Rinnegan and Mangekyo Sharingan. Outside of his training, he was also able to move out from the Namikaze household. Flashback 1 year ago. Naruto was finally done with his biological family and has decided that he doesn't want to live with them anymore. Walking into the Hokage's office, he went to the receptionist to talk with the Hokage. After talking, Naruto walks into the office. Seeing Minato in the chair doing paperwork, Naruto is both sad and excited. He is sad due to the fact that an 8-year-old is moving away from his family due to the way they treated him. On the other hand, he is excited to have a place of his own and to not have to live in that hellhole anymore. The next day, Naruto is now starting the academy. He is not excited at all. He knew that the academy helped with very little. All the academy taught you were 3 super easy jutsu, a little bit of kunai and shuriken practice, and a whole lot of hidden leaf preaching. Naruto is already as powerful as Hashirama was in his prime. He can definitely win any fight against any Kage, and he has many trump cards up his sleeves. There was one more thing that he dreaded about the academy, his dear sisters would be there. Of course, that is him being sarcastic, as he completely hates his old family. Arriving at the classroom, he sees many things. First, he sees a creepy kid wearing goggles and having a hood over his head. This was Shino. Naruto. Abiram, huh? Next, he sees a Hyuga who seems to be super shy and has trouble talking without stuttering. This was Hinata. He then hears and feels an earthquake coming in. Oh wait, never mind, it is just two very annoying fangirls. One with pink hair and a forehead big enough to hold the entire Hidden Leaf village upon, and another girl with long blonde hair. This was Sakura and Ino. Then he sees two boys sitting in the bag, one was sleeping and another was also sleeping but eating at the same time. These two were Shikamaru and Choji. He then hears seeming and sees a very loud mutt who was with a dog. This was Kiba. And sorry Kiba fans, but I hate him. He then hears the voice of the two people with wished he was never related to. Mito Narumi. Brother. Naruto paid no attention and walked by them to the farthest seat from the front. Naruto. Finally peace and quiet. Which lasted very little when the teacher walked in, turned his head and screamed to the class. Naruto. Sigh, this will be a long 4 years. Graduation. These past 4 years have been the best years of my life. Is something Naruto never said. Naruto has gone through the 4 years of the academy and absolutely hated it. Considering that fact that he, a person who could take on all a group of all 5 Kages, Madara and Hashirama all at once, is stuck learning how to through a kunai is depressing. The worst part though are the Namikaze girls. Otherwise known as Naruto's sisters. Before entering the academy these two kids realized something. Their brother didn't live with them. And after realizing that they have been bad sisters, they decided to do what everyone would have done in their situation. They would try to annoy Naruto as much as possible, saying that they would only stop until he comes back. Sadly or luckily depending on who you're asking, Naruto made some silent seals so he could zone them out. There was only one person that Naruto liked hanging out with. His name was Sasuke Uchiha. He was actually pretty nice and had a very family-loving brother named Itachi. And Naruto met Itachi and felt like he was truly a good person. It all changed though when Itachi killed the Uchiha clan one night. This meant that Sasuke became an emo Avenger wannabe. Sasuke quickly devoted all of his time into training with No. It seems he devoted all of his time to glaring at pictures with Itachi in it. Naruto was able to see Itachi after the clan massacre and talk to him. Itachi always knew Naruto was hiding his strength, so when Naruto bowed up in a wooden body flicker, he was not as surprised as one would normally be. He told Naruto everything and he talked about going to the Akatsuki to spy. Naruto was sad to see one of the people he cared about leave, but held it in. Due to this event, Naruto stopped hanging out with Sasuke and just waited out his academy years listening to music he made with seals. By now Naruto was definitely the strongest on the planet. He has learned many different releases such as Magnet, Lava, Boil, Swift, etc. His Fuinjutsu has reached a level previous thought impossible and he now has a 3-Tomo Sharingan. All of this was kept to himself. After the talk with Kaguya, Naruto realized that he needed to pretend to be weak. If Madara knew Naruto was as strong as he was then he wouldn't go through with his plan and Naruto wouldn't be able to save his wave cough goddess. Therefore he became the dead last in the academy. He made it so every test he got the bare minimum. Of course, Konoha, being the idiots they were, never realized this and thought the demon was just not smart. Now it is graduation day and Naruto is currently just finishing his paper test. Once done, Naruto brought it up to his teacher. Iruka. Okay Naruto, now go back to your seat and wait for everyone else to finish. Doing as told, Naruto went back and waited for some time. Iruka then explained that they had to do the 3 basic jutsu for the academy. As Naruto was seen as not a human by the assistant teacher, Naruto had to go last. Performing the body replacement and transformation jutsu perfectly, Naruto now had to do the clone technique. Right before doing his technique Naruto felt someone mess with his chakra, but he shrugged it off and did one clone. Passing the test, Naruto grabbed his headband that he tied around his neck and walked outside. Outside he saw the many families praising their kids for passing. This meant that he also saw his family there who was of course only praising their 2 girls. Seeing Naruto walk out with his headband, Narumi and Mito informed their parents to congratulate Naruto with them. Agreeing, they all walked over to Naruto who was walking towards them, or more accurately walking towards his house which was unfortunately in their direction. Minato, being the man of the house, was the first to speak. Minato. Congratulations son. No reply. Seeing this Kushina stepped in. Kushina. Naruto, don't ignore your father like that. No reply. The look to see Naruto who had already passed them and was walking away. Minato. Naruto, by order of the Hokage, I order you to stop. Stopping in place Naruto slowly turned around. Naruto. Yes Hokage-sama. Minato. Don't call me that, call me dad. Naruto. I do not have a family. With that, Naruto walked away to his house. Even though he knew his old family was following him he was too lazy to deal with it. He fell asleep dreaming of the one and only Kaguya. The next day after graduation, we can see Naruto lazily walking into the class he has known for the past 4 years. Since everyone has graduated, it was now time to assign genin teams. Sitting down, Naruto fell asleep until Iruka started saying the teams. Ani honestly don't have the patience to remember which team number everything was, so yeah. First teams that he called were the other civilians that were becoming ninja. Naruto didn't really know anyone in this group. Next there was the famous Ino Shikacho team that was made with Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. They had Asuma as their sensei. Next was the tracker team. This was Hinata, Shino, and the mutt named Kiba. They had Kurenai as their sensei. Next was the special team. Due to numbers, this team would usually join up with other teams on missions. This was the team of Narumi and Minato Namikaze. Their sensei was their mother, Kishino Uzumaki. Last but not least was the team Naruto was on. Team 7. This had Sasuke, Naruto and Sakura Warikoff Haruno. Their teacher was Kakashi Hokage. Once teams were done, the senseis came in and got their students. All except for one sliver-haired pervert with a covered-up eye. This was naturally Kakashi, who was lost in an Achecha book. While waiting for their sensei, Team 7 were all quiet. That was until someone wanted to confess her love. Sakura. Sasuke, marry me and go have babies. Sasuke. No. This went on for 3 hours until Kakashi finally arrived. Kakashi walked into the class only to be hit with an eraser. Kakashi. My first impression is, I hate you all. Kakashi. Now meet me on the roof in 5. Naruto, not wanting to show off, just ran to the roof with his 2 teammates. On the roof they see their new sensei reading a book. Seeing his new genins finally on the roof, Kakashi put his book down and started introductions. Sakura. How about you show us how to do it? Kakashi. Me. I'm Kakashi Hokage. I don't feel like telling you guys about my likes and dislikes. I've never really thought about my future dream. As for my hobbies, I have many. Kakashi. Now it's your turn, Blondie. Naruto. My name is Naruto Tsutsuki. That's all you need to know. And due to Naruto meeting Kaguya, he used that as his last name. Kakashi. Now it's your turn, Pinky. Sakura. I am Sakura Haruno and I like Squeal. I dislike Inopig. My dream is to marry Squeal. My hobbies include stalking Squeal. Inner Sakura. Sasuke. Give me babies. Kakashi. Okay, I guess, now you emo. Sasuke glared at Kakashi for his name but introduced himself anyway. Sasuke. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't particularly like or dislike anything. I don't have a dream because I will make it a reality and kill a certain man. Kakashi. Okay, now that we know each other, we can be done for today. Tomorrow you will all meet me at training ground 7 for your survival exercise. Make sure not to eat breakfast tomorrow or you will throw it all up. Waking up the next day, Naruto made sure to have his full breakfast. As someone who had the memories of the 3rd Hokage, Naruto knew how this test worked. Kakashi always did the same test. The famous bell test. This was used by the 4th Hokage back when he was a Jonin and was passed on to Kakashi's way of teaching. The Hidden Leaf village always prided itself off of its teamwork. Naruto scoffed at that. A village that prided itself on teamwork and yet it would beat up a child, and the Hokage along with his family would neglect that very same child. Anyway, back to the test, Naruto made sure to eat because he knew that not eating before was just another part of this test. Arriving 2 hours after the specified time, Naruto saw his 2 teammates sitting under trees. He could see Sasuke glaring at a family photo and Sakura drooling while looking at Sasuke. Naruto approached and was greeted by a banshee. Sakura. Naruto baka, you're late. Naruto, great observation, was all Naruto replied with before sitting down and waiting for his new sensei to come. After another 15 minutes, Kakashi finally arrived. Sakura. You're late, sensei. Kakashi. Sorry, I don't remember. Anyways, not important. Going into his bag, Kakashi pulled out 2 bells. Kakashi. In order to pass this test, you need to take these 2 bells from me. Sakura. But sensei, there are 3 of us and only 2 bells. Kakashi. That is right, and whoever does not get a bell will go back to the academy. Meanwhile, Naruto was figuring out whether he should try in this test. He knew that he probably could just lay low and stay Genin level until Madara gets E-tailed beast, or he could stay Jonin level in order to now be as bored. Finally making up his mind, Naruto knew what he wanted. Back to the test, Kakashi finished explaining a few things like they had to get the bells before lunchtime, and if they don't, they would watch him eat while they would be tied to the poles behind them. Kakashi. The timer starts now. When they heard that all 3 kids went to their own places, Kakashi was able to find 2 of them but was unable to find Naruto. Sasuke was hiding in a bush and Sakura was hiding in a tree. Naruto decided to try a new move that he has created. He calls it Crystal Style. Mirror of Invisibility. This jutsu is very strong as it made mirrors surrounding Naruto. These mirrors were angled which made them reflect the ground and basically Naruto would become invisible. While doing this, Naruto also hid his chakra so Kakashi wouldn't be able to detect him. Back to Kakashi, he pulled out his book due to being bored at his own test. Sasuke frowned seeing this and felt like Kakashi didn't take him seriously, so he started attacking. Running out of the bushes, he started his attack. Fire style. Fireball jutsu. Sasuke blew out a wave of fire at Kakashi. Sasuke smirked, thinking that Kakashi would be injured. That smirk quickly vanished when Kakashi was nowhere to be found. Sasuke quickly started looking around. Sasuke thinking. Where is he? He's not left, not right, not up, so that has to mean he is. Sasuke wasn't able to think anymore before his ankles were grabbed and he was quickly burrowed into the ground with only his head above it. Kakashi started walking towards where he saw Sakura was at. Sakura was still in a tree and before she even knew, she was out in a genjutsu. The forest became darker as Sakura started looking around. She looked to her left and saw a sight she didn't like. Sakura. Sasuke, my love, what happened to you? Sasuke was crouching on the ground with many sharp weapons impaled inside of him. He looked at her once before falling to the ground. Seeing this, Sakura passed out. Naruto, who was sleeping in his invisibility, finally decided to get the bells. Of course he was too lazy, so he just sent a clone to get the bells for him. The clone ran to where Kakashi was and instantly attacked. Fire style. Great fireball jutsu. Similar to Sasuke, Naruto blew a wave of flame, but this time it was much stronger and bigger. Almost triple the size of Sasuke's fireball. Kakashi instantly dodged to the left as he didn't want to get touched by that fireball. He wasn't able to fully escape and was burned a little on his arms. He looked up and found Naruto staring at him. Naruto just stared while he secretly made another clone to get the bells. This clone used a special version of the transformation jutsu and became a fly. It flew to the bells, cut them and escaped. The clone who was fighting Kakashi just ran away after that. Kakashi, who thought Naruto was just a one-trick pony, just laughed before he heard the clock going off. This signaled the end of the test. All three genin showed up to see Kakashi waiting at the posts. He told them that they would all go back to the academy due to them not getting a bell. Naruto just laughed before he reached into his pocket and pulling out the bells. Naruto. Do you mean these bells? Shocked, Kakashi looked down at his waist to see the bells missing. Quickly covering up his shock, Kakashi then asked. Kakashi. You still only have 2 bells, who will you give it to? Naruto just shrugged before giving away both bells. He didn't mind it if he had to go back to the academy. After all, he was basically just waiting for Madara to become the 10-tailed Jinchuriki. Kakashi just shrugged and told all of them that they passed. He said it was because teamwork was important and that because Naruto gave away the bells they would all pass. He told them to meet at training ground 7 before he walked off to give his report to the Hokage. When Kakashi left, Naruto also left. This left Sakura and Sasuke together before Sasuke quickly disappeared due to him not wanting to deal with the Banshee. As Kakashi finally walked into the Hokage's office, he saw the other Jonins who tested the genins. Minato was annoyed seeing Kakashi show up late, but instead focused on the burn that Kakashi had on his arm. Minato, what happened to your arm, Kakashi? Kakashi. My genin team, sir. Minato and the other Jonins looked shocked at the fact that a genin team could do that much damage to Kakashi, who was one of the best Jonins in the village. Moving on, Minato started asking all of the Jonin about if their teams passed. The first 6 teams were all failed. These were mainly the civilian kids and usually did not pass. Minato. Now Team 7 Kakashi report. Kakashi pass. Many were shocked, Kakashi usually always failed the genin teams and had not passed a single team until now. Minato, can you please elaborate, Kakashi? Kakashi. Sasuke Uchiha attacked me first at low Chunin level and almost got the bells from me before I used a jutsu and put him underground. Most were shocked that a fresh genin was Chunin level, but they asked Kakashi to carry on. Kakashi. Sakura Haruno was pretty useless and was quickly put into a Dranken jutsu without even putting up a fight. Even though this was said, many knew that civilians usually had it hard when compared to the ninja family kids because of the fact that they had no training before the academy. Kakashi then started again. And finally, Naruto Tsutsuki. I don't know what to say. He first disappeared and I couldn't even detect his chakra. Then he used a fireball jutsu which was far stronger than Sasuke's. He then somehow grabbed the bells from me and I still don't know how he did it. Minato had a sad look when his son was mentioned, but that quickly turned to shock when he heard what Kakashi said. Minato, so you're saying that a genin right from the academy was able to steal an item from one of our best Jonin without him even knowing? Kakashi, yes, sir. Minato was shocked before he asked the other Jonins to continue. In the end we had 2 other teams pass. Kurana Yuhi, who led Kiba Inuyasaka Hinata Hyuga and Shino Aburam. The other team was led by Asuma Sarutobi, who had Shikamaru Narutoji Akimichi, I think that's how it's spelled, and Ino Yamanaka. Minato. Well, that's it for today, all of you may leave except for Kakashi, and can someone please call Naruto Tsutsuki to my office. Naruto entering this out for once, let me know if you like this better. I walked into the Hokage office after being called by one of the Onbu. I knew what this would be about considering how I am getting called right after the test. Walking inside I can see two people. The first was Kakashi, and the second one was Minato. Ani read a fanfiction where they always called Minato Minato, and for some reason it always made me laugh in his Hokage seat. They were both staring me down. I was unfazed with their staring and was the first to talk. Third person Pav. Hello sensei and Hokage-sama. Minato Naruto, please don't call me that. Naruto. But that is your title, Hokage-sama. What else would I call you? Minato. Call me dad. Naruto. I have no dad. Minato sighed, knowing that this conversation would go anywhere. He instead wanted to ask a question he was waiting for. Minato. Naruto, how did you get so strong? I can't believe this, he thinks that he can just come back into my life after neglecting me for that long. Just because I became strong he apparently is my father now. But he wanted to do something mischievous. Naruto. I learned them from someone I thought of as my grandpa. Minato, but Jiraiya never taught you anything. Naruto, I never said it was from that bastard. I learned it from the third Hokage. Minato was even more confused and was about to ask how when Naruto continued. Naruto, I know what happened that night. Minato started sweating, but he still pretend to play dumb. Minato, what night, Naruto? Naruto, the night the Kyubi act. Minato, but how, you were just a newborn at that time. Naruto, you of all people should know how powerful the Reaper Death truly is. After all, you were going to use it. Minato was shocked that Naruto knew about this and questioned him. Minato, that still doesn't explain your strength. Naruto, well, when the third Hokage sealed the Kyubi in me, he also did something else. He figured I would be treated like I am and decided to help me out. Therefore he transferred his memories to me. This also of course included when he asked you to treat your children equally. You promised you would treat all your children the same. Yet you did nothing to keep that promise. You neglected me for years and let the villagers beat me up day after day when I was as young as 3 years old. Do you know what it feels like to get kunais embedded in you at age F3? Naruto finally realized his slip up and stopped his rant. Naruto, sorry Hokage-sama, I shouldn't have acted out like that. Minato was shocked at everything he just heard, but one thing was still sitting in his head. Minato. You said you became strong from the third Hokage's memories, but even he wouldn't be able to steal from Kakashi without him noticing. So that can't be all. Naruto. You're right, I also was trained by the person I see as my father figure, which is not you, keep in mind. I also gained power from the person I fell in love with. She is also the only person in this world who I will ever have feelings for. Minato was utterly shocked. There has been so many things revealed, such as the memories of the third, a hidden teacher that was like a father to Naruto, and even the fact that Naruto was in love with someone who could make him strong. Minato, you are dismissed, Naruto. Naruto started walking out, but before he left he turned back and said. Hokage-sama, you should know that the power I showed in the exam was not even 5% of my power. He chuckled before using body flicker to leave right in front of him. This body flicker was customized to look like mini Nine Tails, which shocked Minato even more before he started crying. I really messed up, was Minato's only thought. It's been 1 month since the Genin test, and Naruto was bored. Due to his team being fresh Genin, they had to do rank missions constantly. Naruto had given up after the first day and just sent wood clones every day. He did this because Sakura has her habit of hitting him every time he talks. He realized that shadow clones would hold long enough, so he changed it. Due to him sending the clones, he would usually just sit around while daydreaming about a certain rabbit goddess. Sakura usually doesn't help with the drank missions because it is not a girl's job. Sasuke still has his passion of glaring at pictures with Itachi. Due to his continuous staring, Sasuke has somehow unlocked the Rinnegan. And that was a joke. Sorry. Anyway, Sasuke has been annoyed because he doesn't feel like capturing a cat would get him stronger. Therefore, when Team 7 went to get another mission, Sasuke decided to intervene. Minato. Team 7, your next rank mission is going to either be washing toilets or trimming the hair from the me. Sasuke, no. I can't keep doing these drank missions. Things like washing toilets won't let me kill him. Minato. What do you think, Kakashi? Do you think they are ready for a crank? Kakashi, it shan't be a problem, my cute little genin are strong enough for some bandits. Minato, alright then, Tazuna, come on in here. Naruto looked at the door and saw a drunken old man. Tazuna. These are the brats that will protect me. A pink-haired little banshee, an emo idiot, and a cool little blonde. Sasuke and Sakura were glaring while Naruto was just smiling. Izuna. Well, I expect each and every one of you to guard me with your life. After saying a few more words, the group said goodbye and that they would meet at the gate the next morning. Next day. Waking up, Naruto packed his ninja things, which was just food and water, along with some kunai. Walking to the gate, he chuckled seeing Izuna standing there. Naruto. Sorry, but our sensei is always late. Izuna grumbled out being an hour early, but Naruto paid no mind to it and just waited for his team. 5 minutes later, Team 7 departed and walked towards Wave. The first few hours were peaceful until they saw a puddle in the road. Sasuke and Sakura didn't think anything about it, but Naruto was wondering things. Naruto's thoughts. Aren't ninja supposed to be good at hiding? It hasn't rained in weeks. Whatever, at least our Jonin isn't an idiot and noticed it. Walking by the puddle, Naruto pretended to reach in his kunai bag, but in reality he was making a seal under the disguise of the bag. Quickly finishing the explosive seal, he dropped it over the puddle before walking a little bit away. Sasuke and Sakura, who didn't notice this action, flinched when they heard a loud boom behind them. They turned back just to see Naruto with his hands on his head, fully relaxed. It was only then did they notice the charred ninjas behind him right next to where the puddle used to be. Meanwhile, Kakashi was shocked that Naruto saw through the genjutsu and even had an explosive tag on him. Naruto looked at his sensei before getting annoyed. Naruto, aren't you going to interrogate the ninjas who were going to attack us? Kakashi stared at Naruto for a little while longer before interrogating the two burned brothers. And I'm not writing this scene, I found it stupid from the canon. Kakashi found out that they were after Izuna before he interrogated him instead. Izuna, who needed the bridge built, decided to guilt trip the team and talk about his grandson. Sakura was quickly worried about the people of Wave and decided to go. Sasuke didn't want to do dranks again, and Naruto just wanted to go longer without his family being near him. They started on their journey again and walked for a couple of days, crossed a river before Naruto threw a kunai in the bushes before walking over to it and picking up the rabbit he hit with the kunai. Sakura, Naruto, baka, stop acting cool like Sasuke, and also why would you kill the cute bunny? Naruto didn't care and just put on some headphones he made himself that were connected to seals that played music. Kakashi noticed something was off and yelled. Kakashi. Duck. The large sword whizzed by before it was grabbed by Naruto out of midair. Naruto. Kakashi, you are a liar, there is no duck, it's just a guy dressed up as a cow. Naruto pointed to a direction which had a certain Zabuza Mamachi, who was mad at Naruto for stealing his sword. Zabuza. Hey kid, give that back. Naruto. Oh okay. Was all he said before throwing the sword back. Kakashi. Naruto, why would you give the enemy their weapon back? Naruto just shrugged. Naruto, he asked politely. Kakashi and Zabuza started fighting. Same as canon, Kakashi gets trapped in the water prison. Kakashi, take the client and run. Naruto, no thank you, but I do have a question for you, Mr. Zabuza. How does it feel to get hurt by a very large fire jutsu? As Naruto said this, he had a clone he made with no hand seals transform into a fly and go over to Zabuza. Zabuza was confused. Zabuza, I guess it would hurt by why would you as oh. Right before he finished his sentence, he saw the fly turn back into Naruto and yell out Ajustu. Fire-style majestic destroyer flame. The clone unleashed a wave of fire at Zabuza. Zabuza, who saw the jutsu, instantly started hand signs and spammed as many water jutsus as possible. The fire wave eventually died after burning an entire 3 kilometers of forest. The Naruto clone just poofed out before Naruto started walking towards the now burned Zabuza body. Before he could get close, he saw ice scalpels get out into Zabuza's neck. Naruto. They are probably working together considering how coincidental that was, but whatever. After Kakashi checked and said that Zabuza was indeed dead, they took off to Izuna's house. Flashback to when Naruto walked out after his Genin test. I really messed up. Was Minato's only thought. He didn't realize it before, but now he truly knew how much his son hated him and his family. He decided to go home and talk to his family about it. Kushina Pav. I was cleaning our house today. Usually these types of days would happen where the kids are off at missions while Minato is doing his Hokage work. While cleaning, I accidentally knocked down our photo album and decided to take a look at it for the nostalgia. Opening it up, I looked through the start of the book. These pictures were of the kids when they were only 2 years old and could barely even walk. Ani still don't understand how Kakashi was able to be so strong at a young age. Especially when you compare it to canon with so many useless people. Id. Looking through the photos, she saw a picture of her 3 kids. Everyone was smiling, even Naruto, who had the soul of the Kyubi. She started flipping through the other pages and she frowned. After that first picture, she realized that every picture after that had Naruto frowning. Smiles from her entire family were seen except for his. Thinking the worst, she started flipping even faster, quickly examining every photo. Then she saw it. When the kids hit 3 years old, Naruto was never in one of the pictures after that. She knew what was happening and started crying. As she was the previous Jinchuriki, she knew what they did to him. When she was growing up, she always promised herself that if she had kids, that they would get the childhood that she missed out on. However, she didn't even notice how bad she treated Naruto. Memories started to fill her brain. All the times Naruto would want to train and for her to deny it, all the times she would slap him for lying about the villagers beating him, and most importantly all the times she would see him come home bloody and bruised and not ask him anything about it. Kushina, what have I done? Third person Pav. Time skip to when Minato comes home. Walking in his house, he sees his wife sitting on the floor staring at a photo while crying. Looking at the photo, he can see that it was from when the children were young and Naruto could be seen smiling. Minato, what's wrong, Kushina? Kushina, we've neglected him for so many years and I didn't even know. This was the exact thing I hated as a child and I did it to my own. Minato, I also wanted to talk about that. Naruto was in my office today and he expressed how much hate he had for me. He sat next to his wife while they were both sobbing. This was the scene their two daughters walked in on. Ani know their sensei is Kushina, so they shouldn't have been doing missions with her at home, but plot I guess. Mito and Narumi. Mommy, Daddy, what's wrong? The two parents looked up and explained it all to them in a short sentence. Kushina and Minato. It's Naruto, we have been the worst family to him ever. This got the two sisters to think. All the times that they would make fun of him for not being the child of the prophecy. And that they were the strongest ever due to their special red chakra. Mito and Narumi. We have also been terrible sisters. How about we go to his room? I want to see what he likes so we could try to make up with him. Good idea. Said their parents. They started walking only to realize something. Kushina. Where is Naruto's room? This got them even more emotional as they searched every room in the house. Eventually there was only one room not checked. The attic. They don't even remember the last time they were up in the attic. They were scared but opened the door anyway. Opening it, they saw many things. The first was the box of bloody bandages. The next were the multiple drawings of a woman with horns on her head. And finally on the wall there was writing. KXN. Of course the family didn't know, but it meant NarutoxKaguya. Crying, the family knew that they didn't even understand who their son was at this point. But they wanted to fix it and came up with an idea together. Family. How about we wait for him to come home and apologize? 1 hour later. Naruto was coming to the Namikaze estate. Well, he didn't really live here, it still had some things he liked, and since he became in Genin, he could finally officially move out. Walking into the house, he saw the Namikaze family eating. Knowing he wasn't even recognized, he just started going to the attic. That is until he heard them. Namikaze family, son, brother, come eat with us, we would like to talk with you. Ignoring them, Naruto went to the attic and started packing. After getting everything he wanted, he went back downstairs with his case full of his items. Before walking out the door, his family questioned him. Minato, Naruto, where are you going? Naruto, I'm moving away, Hokage-sama. Kushina, but why are you moving away? Naruto, because I hate you all. Flinching, the family knew they were on thin ice, but it got worse when Naruto kept going. Naruto, I'll stay if I like your answer. Please tell me why you all neglected me. Minato and Kushina, well, it was because you have the Kyubi soul and we thought you would be corrupted. Hearing this, Naruto started laughing like a madman. Until he stopped and glared at his family. Naruto, are you kidding me? You know, I was doing some research about Jinchurikis and realized that I wasn't the only one. It turned out that the one before me was actually you, Kushina. Not only did you have the soul, but also its entire chakra. That's not even talking about the fact that your seal was much weaker. You hypocrite. You had a way weaker seal and had much more affecting you, and yet you still neglected me for years. I hate all of you. Naruto slammed the door, leaving a stunned crying family behind. Namikaze family. I'm so sorry, Naruto, I wish we can fix this. 30 minutes later, we can see a strange group of people walking into a house. There was a taller man holding a pork-off reading book, a pink-haired girl drooling at an emo kid, a blonde kid who nobody could tell what he was thinking, an old man. This was naturally Team 7 and Tazuna. After walking inside, they see a woman making dinner. Tazuna. This here is my daughter Tsunami. Tsunami, these were the ninja who preceded me in the way here. The women walked in front of them and bowed before thanking them. Tsunami. Thank you so much for doing this for all of us here in Wave. Team 7, no problem, we are just doing our duties as ninja. As they were talking, they saw a young kid come down the stairs and the kid got mad seeing him. Little brat. What's the point of all you ninjas, all of you will die anyway. Naruto, what makes you think that, kid? Little brat. Because nobody can kill Gato. He is unstoppable and can't be killed not matter how hard you try. Tsunami, Inari, that's enough. The brat, now known as Inari, just scoffed before running upstairs. Tsunami, I'm sorry about that, he's been like this ever since my husband died trying to defend this country of wave. After talking a bit more, Kakashi decided that Team 7 should train some more because Zabuza wasn't really dead. The two other members of Team 7 were shocked but understood when Kakashi explained it. Kakashi said that Zabuza will most likely be back in a week if he could get some herbs to quicken his recovery. Walking outside, Kakashi explained that they should learn how to walk up the tree without using their hands. Sakura, but Sensei, that's impossible. Naruto, it's not impossible, and it's one of the easiest chakra control exercises ever. While saying this, Naruto walked up to the tree and climbed it using his chakra. Making it to the top, he looked down to see Kakashi. One eye looked surprised, Sasuke glaring, and Sakura, well, she's just being Sakura. Sakura, Naruto, stop acting cool. You will never be like my Sasuke-kun. During this, Sasuke walked up to the tree and tried it but fell after 2 feet. Naruto just looked at this while he was chuckling. Naruto, I truly hope I won't be like that because that was just sad. Sasuke just glared before trying over. Sakura, who climbed up the tree, looked down at Sasuke before doing what a wild Sakura would. Sakura, Sasuke. I did it, now marry me. Sasuke, shoot up. Sakura, yes daddy. I can't write this scene anymore. After a few more back and forth and Kakashi recovering from his shock of Naruto getting the tree climbing done first try, he finally started talking again. Kakashi. Sasuke, just keep trying and you'll get it eventually. Sakura, the reason you got it was due to your small chakra reserves, so you should keep doing this until you can hold it for much longer, and finally I want Naruto to come with me. Following Kakashi further into the forest, Naruto was quickly asked questions. Kakashi, where did you learn all of it? Naruto knew what he was talking about but pretended to act innocent. Naruto, what do you mean, sensei? I just did what you told me. Kakashi, that could maybe explain the tree climbing if we didn't take your large chakra reserves into account, but that still doesn't explain how a supposed genin just out of the academy could see through Chunin genjutsu and could not only get behind a jonin but also perform and rank fire jutsu without any hand signs. Naruto, would you believe me if I said I read it in a book? Kakashi, no. Naruto, smart answer, because I definitely didn't learn that in a book. Sai, how much of this conversation would you report to the Hokage? Kakashi, as an apology for the terrible things I have done, I won't say anything. This conversation will be completely off the record. Naruto, what do you mean when you say the terrible things you have done? Kakashi just sighed before lifting up his headband revealing a red Sharingan. Naruto quickly recognized that very single Sharingan. Naruto, it's you. Naruto quickly tackled Kakashi before constantly beating him. Kakashi just sit there, letting Naruto take out his anger. Eventually Naruto stopped and looked up with tears in his eyes. Naruto, why? Why did you just let the villagers beat me? Why did you never help? You always stood near, watching me get attacked, and you never did anything to help me. Kakashi, who groaned while getting up due to the injuries he just received, looked up at Naruto. Kakashi. I'm sorry, Naruto. I wanted to be like a big brother to you, but when I saw how the Namikazes treated you, I thought they truly had reasons and that you deserved it. Considering what people thought of the Kyubi soul and that you were that very fox, it made sense that they wouldn't treat you right. I never noticed it until I saw you give away those 2 bells. I started looking back at the times you would be beaten. I could see your face in every memory like you were pleading for help, and I just sat there. That was why I wanted to apologize, but when I saw that you were much stronger than Jonin, I became surprised and decided to mix it in with the apology. Naruto just sat there taking in all that was said. Naruto, why would you take so long to say all of this then? Kakashi, I was honestly scared. I knew how badly I messed up and didn't think you would ever forgive me, so I didn't know how to say it, but I finally decided to just do it. I want to be a part of your life, Naruto. I want you to see me as the big brother you could always rely on to help. I always thought Minato couldn't ever do anything wrong, but I've finally seen it in you, and I want to fix all of that. I know I messed up, but can you give me a chance, Naruto? Naruto, sigh, you really made me hate the village. First the leader of the village neglected his own child, then the Anbu who should protect the village would let me get attacked to near death, and then the villagers who would do it all. But if you truly are sorry, I think I could try to forgive you. But be warned that it will not be easy. Kakashi just walked up and gave Naruto a hug. Naruto flinched a little at the contact. Besides Kaguya, nobody had ever shown him such affection, and it was a new experience. Getting past his shock, Naruto slowly hugged back. Naruto, thank you, brother. Now, about my powers, it all started when the 3rd Hokage gave me his memories when he was sealing the Nine Tails. After his talk with Kakashi, Naruto and his team spent another week at Wave. During this time, Team 7 has been rotating who guards the bridge each session. That was until today. Kakashi figured that with medical herbs, today would be the day that Zabuza would come fight again. Team 7 besides Naruto who was guarding the house walked up to the bridge before seeing Zabuza waiting on his sword. Kakashi, so you've finally decided to show up again, Zabuza. Zabuza. I guess so, anyway where is that brat who hit me with the jutsu? Kakashi, he's busy. Meanwhile at the house 2 thugs walked in before pushing Tsunami into a wall. Hearing the racket Inari walked in. Inari mom. Tsunami Inari no. Take me instead but don't hurt him. I'll do anything. Ugh well kid, you got lucky today. They grabbed Tsunami before bringing her outside. Seeing this Inari started his inner monologue before chasing after his mom. Inari I'll save you mom. The thugs unsheathed their swords and started running at Inari. They lifted their swords when suddenly they were pulled straight backwards by some strange force of gravity. Flying backwards, the thugs eventually landed into a fist each before getting knocked out. After opening his eyes, Inari saw Naruto standing over their unconscious bodies while tying them up. Naruto wow kid, you've got some guts to run to them like that. Good job. Inari thank you for saving us. Naruto yeah whatever. Before walking in the direction of the bridge. Back at the bridge, Sasuke started fighting the tracker Nin. After a little they got into a stalemate before shocking everyone with one-handed hand signs. Seeing this Kakashi starts running over before being stopped by Zabuza. Zabuza if you want to join the fight, then fight me. Zabuza used his hidden most jutsu before hiding in the fog with his eyes closed. Zabuza I figured how that eye works. Only once I look into your eyes will it get me. Therefore I am fine as long as my eyes are closed. Kakashi that puts you at a pretty big disadvantage. Zabuza you forget that I am a master of the silent killing. I don't need sight. Kakashi and you made the mistake of thinking I didn't have any other tricks up my sleeve. Dog just I look off summoning jutsu. Kakashi slammed down and moments later the fog disappeared only for Zabuza to appear. He was immobilized by multiple dogs biting him. Kakashi goodbye, Zabuza Mamachi. Kakashi activated his Chidori before attacking Zabuza. Before he hit Zabuza though he felt his hand go though flesh that wasn't Zabuza's. Opening his eyes Kakashi saw the hunter Nin who took the attack before dying. Flashback 5 minutes ago on the other side of the bridge. Sasuke was now inside of a dome. This dome was a special jutsu made out of ice which each ice piece was a mirror. Sasuke had trouble keeping up with the speed of hunter Nin. Getting multiple gashes, Sasuke tried concentrating again before his vision finally changed. Everything seemed slower. As he was trying to figure out how to fight the hunter Nin now, he saw Naruto walk into the dome. Naruto that's a pretty creative jutsu. Maybe I could modify it to make it stronger. The hunter Nin just stared at him before speaking. Hunter Nin. It's a shame that you went into my dome. I now have to kill you too. Naruto yar days. Naruto just activated his Rinnegan after putting a genjutsu over his face to hide it from Sasuke. With his Rinnegan he quickly figured out which mirror to attack. Pointing at the mirror he clenched his fist which pulled the hunter Nin out of the mirror and into his hands. Hunter Nin. That was clever, but I'm afraid you won't be the one to kill me. I still have one more purpose as his tool. Using all his chakra the hunter Nin blasted towards where Kakashi and Zabuza were before standing in front and getting hit by the Chidori. Zabuza looked up and saw this and was about to attack before some clapping was heard. And a midget appeared. So even the demon of the mist couldn't take out a group of brats. It's a shame that even if you did kill them that you would die due to you being too expensive. Now since you all gathered here so nicely, I will now kill all of you. Minions attack. All the thugs started running. While this was all happening Zabuza turned to Kakashi. Zabuza give me your kunai. Kakashi knew what he would do and threw it over. Zabuza grabbed the handle of the kunai with his teeth before running over to the mob. Zabuza was truly a demon on this misty bridge. And sorry, he would run through the entire crowd killing each person while also getting hit by many swords and spears. With multiple slash wounds and 2 spears in his back, Zabuza arrived at Gato and promptly slit his throat. Turning back Zabuza walked over to Kakashi before laying down next to the hunter Nin's body. Zabuza his name was Haku, he was like a son that I never had, but he always thought he was just a tool. I'm glad that I could die next to him. Also thank you for letting me kill all of them as my final memory. Zabuza then looked at Naruto. Zabuza. I hope that you will take my bald and make it much better. That ad is seen as the worst of the 7 that the mist had. But now I want you to make it something better and to achieve great things with that blade on your back. That is my only request. His consciousness finally drifted away as he died. Naruto was silent for a second before walking over to the blade and grabbing Zabuza's sword holder and strapping it to his back. Sasuke and Sakura eventually came back with Sasuke hurt and Sakura crying, thinking that he died. The villagers cheered and everything in Wave went back to how it used to be before Gato came. Many people cheering and celebrating together. After a few days the bridge was finally built and Team 7 could be seen walking back to Konoha. One with silver gravity-defying hair, one pink-haired banshee screaming about her love, one emo-depressed kid, and finally one blonde with a large sword on his back, daydreaming about a pale-colored alien woman. Team 7 was about halfway back to Konoha when they had to take a short break. If you had thought that they had to take a break due to something useful coming up, then you would be wrong. Sakura's feet were hurting, so they had to stop to rest. Sighing, Naruto went to sleep to try and hang out with Kurama. However, when he arrived in his Mindscape, he noticed something a little different. Everything felt more colorful, like something was meant to be here, but Naruto couldn't figure out what it was. After looking around, Naruto couldn't find Kurama outside, so he figured out that he would be inside the house that Naruto built for him. Walking in, he was greeted with a sight that brought tears to his eyes. He saw both Kurama and Kaguya together, in one room, nobody else around, and together they were ... Drinking some tea, Naruto slowly walked in, staring at the alien goddess. Seeing Naruto, Kaguya got up and walked over before hugging him. It has been a while since Kaguya had seen Naruto, and she could feel her face becoming hot. Over the years and the many trainings that Naruto did, he became much taller and had many muscles to show from his training. Naruto also felt his face becoming hotter. Naruto's inner thoughts: wow, how did she become even more beautiful than before? Kaguya blushed even more, causing Naruto to realize that his thoughts weren't just thoughts. Seeing the two's actions, Kurama left the room thinking that they needed some time together. Naruto and Kaguya embraced each other for a single minute, which felt like a second when they pulled away, both wanting to repeat the previous action. Naruto hugged her again before speaking. Naruto, as much as I would love to see my beautiful goddess again, I would like to know what is going on. Kaguya blushed at the praise but answered anyway. Kaguya: well, I don't really know because I didn't think this would work, but with the last remaining good conscience that I had left in me, I put it all into the link that I made when we met the previous time and somehow got linked into your Mindscape with Kurama. Naruto: so what exactly were you two doing before I got here? Kaguya: well, I wanted to meet my future father-in-law. Kurama then walked in. Kurama: and I wanted to meet my future daughter-in-law, who also happens to be my grandmother. Sigh: those should not be in the same sentence. Naruto: wait, grandmother? Kurama: it's a little confusing, but since my father, who was the sage of 6 paths, made me, and Kaguya here was his mother, then it makes her my grandmother. Naruto: hey dad. I know this is sudden, but is it okay I make another house in this Mindscape for just me and Kaguya? I would like to spend a little more one-on-one time with my beautiful fiancé. Kurama: go ahead, just don't forget protection. The two blushed before Naruto retorted back. Naruto: dad. Quickly saving himself from even more embarrassment, Naruto grabbed Kaguya's hand and pulled them to the area that started to quickly change when a house was slowly built out of Naruto's thickened hardwood. Ansai. The house was built out of Naruto's wood release and was quickly made before the two walked into the house together. Naruto quickly pulled Kaguya into the bedroom before throwing her down onto it and crawling in besides her. The blushing Kaguya was the first to say something. Kaguya. Naru, as much as I love you, I think this is a little too soon. Naruto just put his finger on her mouth before speaking. Naruto: silly Kagu Amplus right nicknames to give Kaguya, I don't want to do that now, just let me cuddle a little bit. The taller male lauded besides Kaguya and spooned her. Naruto. I love you too, Kaguya. He said before falling asleep once again. Kaguya blushed before falling asleep in Naruto's warm embrace. Waking up with a satisfied smile, Naruto stretched before waking up Sakura and Sasuke, as Kakashi was already awake due to him keeping watch for enemies. Kakashi noticed him and asked what he was thinking. Kakashi: what are you smiling about? Naruto: love. Kakashi nodded. Kakashi: I guess that is a pretty normal what? Naruto didn't say anything and just started walking back towards Konoha with his team slowly following from behind. A few more hours and Team 7 was at the gates of the Leaf Village. Walking through the village, the team made its way to the Hokage Tower to give their mission report. Walking in, the group saw Minato doing paperwork. Minato: oh, Team 7, you're back. How was the mission? Kakashi: it was a crank turn to rank, but we got through it just fine because of my cute little Genin. After discussing the mission and everything that happened, Minato asked everyone to leave except Naruto and Kakashi. Sasuke looked like he wanted to know but left anyway, while Sakura just followed her one-sided crush. Once the two left, Minato was the first to talk. Minato: so Naruto, not only can you use Ins rank fire jutsu, but you also used multiple transformed shadow clones and fought a Jonin level ninja. Naruto: yes, Hokage-sama. Minato: so why did you hide it all this time? Naruto: why would I show it instead? To get back into a family that would neglect me. Minato: Naruto: Naruto, we go through this every time, I don't want to go to your house, Hokage. As he finished, Naruto started hearing footsteps and looked towards the door, which only made him more mad. 3 Uzumakas went through the door. This was naturally Kushina and her 2 daughters. The group of three walked in and saw Naruto, which made them smile. Narumi and Mito brother. Then ran forward only for Naruto to body flicker to the side, causing both of the girls to fall. Minato was shocked seeing yet another thing out of Naruto that no genin should have. Kakashi was just observing everything that was happening, while Naruto's fists were bleeding from him gripping too hard at the sight of his old family. Right when he was about to just walk away, he heard the voice of his love through his head. "Kaguya, it's okay Naruto, just don't think about them anymore. You have both me and your dad to support you. But I will support you in ways he definitely won''T. Naruto blushed at the tone and smiled. At the same time Naruto knew he couldn't keep letting her win like this and decided to get her back. Naruto's mindling thanks my beautiful Usagihime. And thanks for the cute nicknames. Kaguya, who was just relaxing, blushed at the new nickname that she was given and could only long for the day in which her real body would be back and she could act upon the things she wants with Naruto. Naruto just smiled before paying attention back to his old family. Kushina, so what were you two talking about? Minato, about Naruto's ability to defeat a Jonin and a Chunin who had a bloodline and the reason he won't come back to our family. Kushina nodded before looking at Naruto and was about to speak before she was interrupted by her daughter. Mito, no, there is no way that some dead last loser could be a Jonin. That is only fit for someone like me who is the child of the prophecy. Minato and Kushina were both shocked and sad at the way they raised her. Kushina, Mito. Don't talk to your brother like that. You see, there was something wrong with the two children. Mito was secretly training with the Bijuu think chakra and wasn't able to full handle it but repeated it anyway. This caused her already mean being to spiral. Now on to Narumi, she was quite normal and in fact loved her brother all her life, but she followed everyone else, so it looked like she hated him. These feeling eventually changed, with puberty and Naruto being the most handsome person on the planet, her sisterly feelings developed into something more, something worse. Naruto used Mito as an opportunity to escape. Naruto, well, Hokage-sama and his family, it is obvious I am not wanted here, so I shall be taking my leave. The family and Kakashi looked at him with sad eyes, with the exception of Mito, who was mad at Naruto for making her parents angry at her. The next day. Team 7 was meeting Kakashi today, who for the first time, was on time. He explained that they were going to be taking the Chunin exams and the instructions for it. Naruto was excited as it was time to raise the power level he could show to the public. Walking into the academy once again, Naruto was not happy. He was someone at the pinnacle of shinobi and yet he was here trying out for Chunin. That wasn't even the worst of it as he still had to deal with a bubblegum banshee with no mute button. Sakura, Sasuke, if I become a Chunin then we shall participate in the ethereal process of baby making. Sasuke, no. After that, a bored Sasuke and Naruto walked in with a depressed Sakura following them. Walking into the academy they were met with a strange sight as a girl with buns on her head was asking to be let in, a weird guy with a black bowl on his head. Cancel that, the bowl is actually his hair, and a Hyuga who looked constipated. Naruto thought, what a bunch of nut jobs. Seeing the genjutsu that was placed, Naruto walked to the stairs, hoping his team wasn't stupid to not see it, but luck wasn't on his side, but then he remembered he had an emo Uchiha on his team. Sasuke, lift the pathetic genjutsu. Naruto, you idiot, why would you tell everyone? Sasuke, why do you care? Are you scared? Naruto's thoughts. Do Uchihas have bad memories or does he not remember how I had to save him from dying at the wave mission? Naruto. No, because of your make sarcastic tone, amazing idea of telling everyone this exam will have to take longer. Sasuke just glared and Sakura was about to, but in before the kid with a weird bowl cough hair on his head came down and challenged Sasuke. Broccoli, I challenge you, Sasuke Uchiha, in a fight. I have heard you were a prodigy and I would like to test my skills. If I win, the beautiful women next to you will go on a date with me. Sasuke, I also want to test my skills, but it's not like you could help me with that as you are no match for an Uchiha. The two started fighting and the bold kid was whining as Sasuke couldn't even see him. Eventually fight started getting faster when Sasuke used his Sharingan and the bold kid was forced to use a move. Kicking Sasuke into the air, we grabbed him and was about to start spinning with him when Naruto decided to butt in and used his Rinnegan to pull Sasuke towards him. Naruto, that's a pretty dangerous move to use against another leaf ninja, don't you think? Before a reply could kick in, a turtle walked up and bursted into smoke before a bull man came out of it. You're right, kid. That is a dangerous move that shouldn't be used here. I thank you for stepping in before anything bad happened. Naruto just shrugged before grabbing Sakura and a glaring Sasuke. Eventually they found some stairs with a door and Kakashi waiting for them. Sakura, hi, sensei. Kakashi, hey Banshee, Sakura. I'm glad all three of you came or else you would have all failed. Now the examination is right through this door, good luck. Kakashi vanished and Team 7 walked through the door only to be met with a strange sight. Ino running over to Sasuke, many ninjas glaring at everything, and a snaky kid with glasses coming over. Kid, you might want to keep it down, many of these ninjas are on edge. I am Kabuto, and as a fellow leaf ninja I can help give you some information about your other opponents. Sasuke, tell me about Gaara of the Sand, Rock Lee, and Naruto Otsutsuki. Remember, his name is changed. Kabuto, oh, you know their villages, that ruins the fun anyway. Gaara of the Sand, same as canon along with Rock Lee. I forgot the info and I'm lazy when writing this. Finally, we have Naruto Otsutsuki, and that's odd, it shows the missions you guys were on, but besides that there is nothing. Before he could continue, his reading cards bursted when black flames consumed them. Naruto, it wouldn't be wise to reveal information of your own village. Or could you possibly be a traitor? The sweating Kabuto was about to retort before he dodged a punch from one of the sound nins who used a technique to destroy his glasses. Eventually more things happened, but Naruto just slept until the exam started and was getting up before being tackled back down by a wild Narumi who saw her brother. Eventually the examiner came and it was time to start. Naruto yer daze, good grief. Walking into the room, Naruto saw many desks, 10 Chunin and a guy who looked like he thought ponies still were a thing. Ibiki, hello, my name is Ibiki Murano. Oni think I will be the proctor for this written test. The rules on this test are very simple. Each question is worth 1 point. There are 10 questions on the test. 9 on the paper in front of you and 1 that you will all answer afterwards. Each proctor in this room will be watching, and every time we catch you cheat, you will lose 2 points. You have 45 minutes and then I will tell you the 10th question. Naruto thought, well, this sucks. This whole exam is supposed to be about cheating, but it's not even that hard. These questions are made for Jonin, and yet I, who was the memories of a Hokage, has to answer them. Quickly writing down all the answers, Naruto looks at the time only to see that 3 minutes had passed. Naruto looks around to see how everyone else is doing. Naruto thoughts. So Sasuke uses his Sharingan, the Hyugas use their Byakugan. Did that dude just make a working eye out of sand? That doesn't sound realistic. That girl with the bun hair is using a mirror, and the rest are non-important mob characters, so I don't need to bother with them. Feeling bored, Naruto put his hand behind his back and tried to fall asleep. Keyword tried. Ibiki, what do you think you're doing? Naruto opened his eyes and looked straight at Ibiki. Naruto, I'm trying to sleep. Ibiki, so you're not going to finish your test? Naruto just sighed and flips it over. Watching this, Ibiki was happy, thinking that the kid was going to make a fool out of himself, but was quickly shocked to see all of the answers filled in with high-level answers. Ibiki thought, what the hell? Even the hidden Chunin who we gave the answers to don't have this level of answers. Naruto, are you done staring at my test? I would really like to sleep. Ibiki sighed before nodding and walking back to the front of the class. Looking at this interaction, many would think a few things. First, they would think that he just didn't get a good amount of sleep. This of course would be wrong. In fact, instead of sleeping, Naruto just went to his house in his Mindscape. Now the lemons will be on my Discord. After a hot little session with his future wife, Naruto opened his eyes right before Ibiki asked the 10th question. He explained how if anyone got the question wrong, they would be banned from ever becoming a Chunin. Naruto thoughts. Maybe that would work against Leaf Shinobi, but it's not like he has an ounce of power over the other villages. Sadly, those genin don't realize this easy fact. Many genin stood up and left, thinking that they should try again at a different time. Naruto saw Sakura trying to raise her hand to leave, so he quickly made the gravity over her greater so she couldn't raise her hand. The only members of the Leaf that stayed were the Konoha 14, who consisted of Naruto, Narumi, Mito, Shikamaru, Sasage, Ino, Choji, Tenten, Lee, Neji, Hinata, Kiba. Shino and Ms. Useless cough Sakura. Ibiki then went on to explain how the 10th question was more of a question to see the determination of the genin, and that everyone passed. He was about to continue but was stopped when 2 Jumaes were embedded into the ceiling, a banner rolled from them, and what seemed to be a purple bablad. Never mind, that's a purple-haired woman. Naruto thoughts. It's her. That's the woman who liked to torture me. Naruto started clenching his fists, his hands bleeding due to the strength of his grip. Naruto realized what he was doing and quickly stopped. He slowly calmed himself before gritting his teeth and listening to what the purple-haired thing in front of him talked about. Anko, hey brats, I'm the sexy and single Anko Mitarashi, and I am the proctor for the next stage of this exam. Now head over to the Forest of Death in an hour. Naruto got up and walked away, leaving all the genin still sitting, surprised by everything that just happened. 1 hour later, SpongeBob card. The genin all arrived to see Anko waiting for them holding a stack of papers. Anko, hey brats, now that you're all here, please sign one of these forms. Anko started passing out the forms and eventually was next to Naruto. She looked at him and he stared back, his blue eyes glaring fiercely. Anko, oh great, it's the demon kid who thinks he's cool now. Everyone gathered around to look at what was happening. Naruto, oh great, it's the snake who got rejected by her only master. Naruto. Anko glared and continued at it. Anko, how does it feel to have everyone hate you, demon? Naruto, how does it feel to have all-time snake? Naruto, my kami. Anko glared and threw a kunai at Naruto's cheek and tried body flickering behind him, but Naruto caught the kunai with the handle and aimed it straight at Anko's face, who was standing behind him. She glared at him before walking away and giving instructions to the genin of the exam. Naruto just smirked and went to his team. After everything was ready, the teams went to their respective gates and waited. The gates opened and everyone ran inside, many people using their own way of getting the scrolls. Gaara of the sand was just crushing people with sand, Neji would scout for teams with his Byakugan before trapping them, the two Namikaze girls just their mother's water jutsus, and the rest used many other way to fit their strengths. Naruto left his team to the closest group and sat up on the tree above the group. Naruto thought, well, I guess this is a good opportunity to try my new ability. His left eye changed to a Mangekyou pattern, the team below, the birds flying, everything in a mile radius stopped in place. Naruto hopped down, grabbed the scroll and replaced it with a fake one. He hopped back up to the tree and undid his ability as time resumed. The unaware team kept going as Naruto went back to his team. Walking back, Naruto saw his team being stared at by a person who had a suspiciously large amount of chakra. Naruto, Sasuke, let me fight him, he is not a genin, there is a layer of chakra around him for a disguise. Sasuke smirked before grabbing his kunai and sprinting at the mysterious person. The person dogged his attack and knocked him out instantly before biting Sasuke's neck. Naruto's face faltered as he thought about the average IQ of an Uchiha and why it was so low. The mysterious person whispered into Sasuke's ear before flickering away. Naruto picked Sasuke up and started walking towards the tower while a scared fangirl followed behind him. An hour later, the team started nearing the tower when Sasuke woke up. A weird chakra was radiating off of him. He looked at Naruto before speaking. Sasuke, I've had it with you coming in to save the day every time. It's time to show you the superiority of an Uchiha. Naruto, no. He teleported behind Sasuke and chopped his neck before grabbing him and walking into the tower. It turned out that his team was the second to make it, only following the Sand Village who made it a few minutes before them. 5 days later. Naruto walked out of his room to see Minato standing in the arena, giving a speech about what the Chunin exams are meant for. As it turned out, there were too many people, so preliminary fights were needed. Naruto sighed knowing it would happen and waited for his opponent. Naruto saw that screen start scrolling through many names. All of the genin except for the few that aren't idiots were scared about who they would go against. The screen finally ended and 2 names were left. Many others filled with either relief or boredom at the discovery of their match not being first. Naruto, seeing the person, quickly fell asleep and waited for the match to finish. The 2 names were Mito Uzumaki Namikaze and some no-name trash from the Sound Village. That match was decided very quickly as the Hokage's daughter versus some genin from a village like the Sound was not a fair fight. This was quickly repeated as Narumi was up next versus another no-name trash. Naruto woke up for this match as he didn't dislike Narumi as much as Mito, which was still very high and not decreasing. The matches continued on for a while, and Naruto slept through most of them until he was called up to fight against Kyubi. Naruto sighed as he was able to understand the stupidity of the person he was up against. Naruto could hear the laughter of the beautiful women in his mindscape. Kaguya, hahaha, this mutt really thinks he could handle my Naru, show him pain Naru. Naruto. Kaguya. I mean that you should kindly beat your fellow leaf ninja. Yep, that's what I meant to say. Naruto chuckled at her antics and turned towards the Jonin teacher of Kona's team. Naruto, Miss Kurenai, with all due respect, please tell your genin to withdraw. I'm way too lazy to walk down there and would prefer to do something else with my time. Many people were confused at his words. Naruto was someone known as the dead last of Konoha and was one of the weakest genin. At least that's what his information says. Minato, who was watching this, all understood that Naruto was much stronger than many thought and was easily Jonin level after hearing the reports from Kakashi. He also knew that he could play favorites and make Kyubi back down for his safety, even though he played favorites with his daughters for years. Kyubi had enough of Naruto's words and decided to voice his complaints. Kyubi. That's a lot of talk for a dead last. You know, Naruto, that nobody loves you. Even your own parents didn't care about your pathetic life and forgot you even existed. You should be disappointed in yourself and do everyone a favor and bow down to me. The only thing useful you could ever do is be my footrest. The crowd had many mixed reactions, some looked down with guilt, some with pity, and some who just laughed and agreed with the blasphemy that was Kyubi's words. Naruto just shrugged before walking down into the arena and waited for the proctor to announce the start. Naruto planned to toy with Kyubi a bit, but his goddess had different plans. Kaguya, you know what, Naruto, demolish him. Naruto, what about hiding my power? Kaguya, that Madara thinks nothing could beat his Rinnegan, so it doesn't really matter at this point. But I won't allow anyone to talk about my future husband. Now buzz off. Naruto blushed at the final sentences before responding. Naruto, just for you, my beautiful bunny. The proctor announced the start of the match, and Naruto just stood still. Kyubi took this as a sign of Naruto looking down on him and decided to attack first. Kyubi, I'll make this quick, fang over fang. Kyubi started spinning in the air towards Naruto. Everyone watched with anticipation when tons of smoke were kicked up from the jutsu. Moments later, Kyubi walked out of the smoke. Kyubi told you it wouldn't be a challenge. Many looked back at the smoke as it started dissipating. The smoke disappeared and revealed Naruto standing still. Not a scratch on his clothes and looking at Kyubi mockingly. Naruto, you called it an attack. He shocked the audience watching him. But the shock quickly increased when Naruto talked once more. Naruto, I'll show you an attack, mutt. Naruto clapped his hands together before saying his jutsu name. Naruto wood style. Small forest emergence. And it's like deep forest emergence, just at a much smaller scale, as he doesn't want to destroy the entire arena, but if Naruto wanted to, he could also use deep forest emergence. Many trees came out of the ground towards Kyubi, who screamed in fear and tried to run away, but was quickly caught in the trees and stabbed with many tiny sharp thorns. The proctor called the match, and Naruto ended the jutsu, leaving behind many holes in the ground and a bloodied Kyubi laying on the ground. Naruto didn't spare a glance at Kyubi and walked back up the stairs before looking at the shocked Kurenai. Naruto told you. Before walking away and sitting down to go into his mindscape. In the real world, many people were still shocked and only woke up from their daze when the medical team came in and started treating Kyubi. All eyes followed towards Naruto as he sat down with his eyes closed. The following matches continued as Naruto slept. Naruto woke up during the final battle to save one person. Rock Lee was one of the few people that Naruto respected. Rock Lee picked a goal and stuck to it, even though the odds seemed to be stacked against him, and Naruto respected that. He ended up saving Lee right before he was crushed by the sand of the retired Sand Shinobi. Lee thanked Naruto before the both went back to the top. The winners were all told about their matches next month and were let off to go prepare. Hours later, Naruto was called to the Hokage office where Minato was sitting in his chair. Naruto, yes, Hokage. Minato sighed, knowing how this would all end up. Minato called Naruto to ask about the wood style that he showed, but decided against it as he wanted to repair some bonds with his son. Minato, you know, many people wanted me to ask you about the wood style you showed at the exams, and that's what this meeting was for, but I decided against it. Naruto looked confused and signaled Minato to continue. Minato. Naruto, look, I understand that you won't ever consider me to be your father, and I'm fine with that. But I would like to understand you and your life a little more. Naruto, what about Kushina? Where is she during all of this? Minato, I'm afraid she just went back towards the girls and is congratulating them on their wins. Naruto, the wins against the trash Genin team from a trashy village. The ones that don't mean and can't compare towards any of the ninja of the other villages. Minato, yeah, it's really not much, and that's why I'm here with you. I remembered last time you talked about the woman you're in love with, can you tell me a little bit about her? I won't do anything, I just want to know if this woman would treat you right and not the way that we did. Minato saw Naruto's face turn into a smile as he thought about Kaguya. Naruto, well, first of all, she is beautiful, a beauty that shouldn't be able to exist on this universe. She also is the nicest person I have ever met and brings joy to my days. She is the reason I get up every morning and the thing I dream of at night. She is my reason for living and I love her with my entire being. You're right, Minato, I won't ever see you as my father, as someone already took that role in earlier years. But I guess I won't hate you. Don't get me wrong, I still don't like you at all. But you've made progress. The others of your family though, not so much. Speaking of which. 3 redheaded girls bursted into the room and launched towards Naruto. 2 aiming to hug and 1 aiming to hurt. Naruto teleported away. His second Mangekyou ability being used. This ability was insanely strong as it let him build an invisible box around a perimeter. Any place inside that perimeter could be instantly teleported to, and increasing the perimeter uses a small amount of chakra. Therefore, with Naruto's reserves and recovery, that perimeter of instant teleportation was much further than the entire village of Konoha. After teleporting back to his house, Naruto went onto his bed and fell into his mindscape. His beautiful goddess waiting sleeping on the couch of his mindscape home. Her peaceful figure mesmerized Naruto once again. The sight only made Naruto's will to get her back stronger. He walked over to the couch and slowly woke her up. Naruto, hey beautiful. Kaguya's beautiful wide eyes opened up to see her hero. The one who is going against all odds to bring her back. The one that she has fallen for. Kaguya, hey Naru, what's up? Naruto. I was wondering if you wanted to spar for a bit. It's a little boring outside and I don't really have anyone to train with, so I came here to my beautiful goddess. Kaguya blushed at the praise. Kaguya, okay Naru, we can spar. Her figure rose from the couch and walked outside with Naruto following closely behind. Out in the yard, the two stood on opposite ends and both looked at each other. Nothing else needed to be said as the two lovers ran at each other. Naruto was holding back. To make the fight fair and work on his techniques rather than his absurd brute strength. The two threw kicks and punches at each other. The two had vastly different fighting styles as Kaguya relied on quick attacks, while Naruto had the strength. Naruto threw many punches, but Kaguya kept redirecting them away from her. Even though she wasn't taking damage, Kaguya had no chances of fighting back with Naruto's strong pressure. She knew that there was only one way to win the fight. Kaguya ran away towards the end of the field. A dark energy started flowing from behind her. Her hair waving around in the air. Her face narrowed as she started concentrating on her technique. Naruto couldn't figure out what she was trying to do, so he walked up with caution. Kaguya, hahaha Naruto, it is time for my secret move. I have prepared this move to brutally defeat you for years. You could never escape from this brutal technique. Naruto, Kaguya, honey, calm down. Kaguya, no. I will win with this technique. Kaguya, prepare yourself Naruto. Waifu style. There she stood in the backyard. She looked to see if her attack worked. Naruto. Kaguya. Naruto's nose started bleeding as he fell face down into the ground. Kaguya, hahaha, I win. 5 minutes later. Naruto woke up to see his wife staring down at him. This was it, the legendary lap pillow. His mind started to go back to the recent fight. Both people started chuckling at the thought of the ending. Naruto sat up and pulled Kaguya into his embrace, the two enjoying the comfort they brought each other. This peaceful moment was quickly interrupted when they heard a loud laughing from the house next door. Kurama, she got you so good kid, hahaha. Naruto, shut up dad.